Time for the grand ball, milady. Wenches first.
Are you gonna be making me walk the plank?
Aye, aye, you sad mutt. But chin up. In recompense, you'll be meeting the bravest hidalgo who hath hoisted the Jolly Roger. Don Inigo de Malatuñas y Goñón. Captain, the limey's ready.
It's about time, Husky Hound. Shackle him and be off with you. Despite appearances, you have the upper hand on me, lad. Being that I conceal neither name, nor rank, nor birthright, while I remain unaware of yours indeed. I want your name and a ship, you English swab, or I'll slide me sword through your bloody entrails.
Oh, you should have mentioned that. My name is Brucian Barskoff, and I hark from York. From its newest boroughs, to be exact.
'Tis a pleasure, Sir Brettian. Now would you be so kind as to explain why you've attempted to board me illustrious galleon on your strange and tiny red and white dinghy with a metal hook in the fashion of a flag?
Board your ship, sir? Vast there, Captain. I merely wish to be press-ganged and become a pirate on your Orion.
Kind gentlemen, allow me to place doubt on your most recent assertion. Ye wouldn't be the first spy sent in from your motherland of heretics. There even be a vessel by the name of Interfector, which the Spanish crown has chartered against my person.
Arr, the Orion could sink that sloop in the splash of a wave. In London, I hear talk that nobody can match the power of Captain Malantuñas and his legendary hidden beacon of Avernus.
Is that so? So tell me, lad, what other talk is there about me in them English pubs?
Arr, a bit of everything. All good, of course. The monks are praying night and day, saying you're a devil fleeing from hellfire. The ladies sigh upon hearing about ye, as though an angel-winged prophet had passed. And their husbands extol the honorable set of horns they'd be wearing, were it Don Inigo de...
Capitan! Unidentified floating object 3 miles from starboard.
By Mephistopheles, it's a UFO. Pardon me lack of decorum, Sir Brettian, but I have a tidal wave of business to attend to. Make yourself at home and be so kind as to await me return, when I shall be more than pleased to hear your news from London.
Yeah, I won't be jumping overboard, don't worry.
Ye, Russian mongrel, guard the door. You'll answer for this prisoner with your worthless life.
Aye, aye, mi capitan.
Well, this is a most unfortunate situation. But at least I managed to board the Orion. If the Interfector's crew obeys my orders, they will besiege the Orion this very afternoon. So I have but a few hours to remove these shackles, find the hidden beacon of Avernus, and take advantage of the turmoil which will ensue when the first cannonballs hit, to abscond in a dinghy, return to the Interfector, and command the sinking of the Orion from there. I'll have to work smartly to finish the job in such a scant workday, so I'd best alight if I don't want to end up in Davy Jones' locker.
Shut your trap, mutt. Aye, I've got him afeared now. Now I can get down to me business with Demon Dog.
Let's see. The mechanism is simple. 2 iron crescents linked by a moving hinge at one side, and on the other side is a bolt into which Husky Hound has pounded a nail to keep the shackles from opening. The bad part is that it's jammed so far in that it's stuck. A real beauty, but not very sharp. No, I've got a bad case of lumbago, and my physicians have forbidden me from using all bladed weaponry. Well, considering its blade is short and dull, and that someone left it behind on the writing table, I guess I could regard it as a mere letter opener. Into me trousers, then. There 'tis, a fine letter opener, in the shape of a dagger, though. Must weigh half a dram, give or take a feather. It's gonna throw my back out of whack, but I will. I thought it would be made of precious metals, but I guess it's just a piece of souvenir merchant junk. She seems to be a prisoner too. With a bit of my fancy talk, maybe she'll help me. Noble lady, allow me to pay you my respects.
Save them for the sharks, Monsieur Bruchon. Soon, thou shalt be kissing their keel, with need of their help more than mine.
I doubt the sharks would make a banquet of my squalid flesh, but that is not the reason for my arrival on board. You're as imprisoned as myself here, and perhaps we can seek a manner to achieve safe and sound escape from the Orion together.
Very apropos, Monsieur Bruchon. Hast thou a plan?
Well, I am now designing one. Sooner or later I shall have one. But in the meantime, lady...
Camille. Mademoiselle Camille de la Bouvier.
I doubt Malentunias will throw me overboard. The poor sot is delighted with me.
Believe what thou wilt, but thy bones will be gnawed by a Pacific kraken. They'll be left so clean and white that no maggot will find sustenance upon them.
What if I show him a sad face and cry? That's what I did to get my helmsman's license.
Monsieur Bruchon, I know Malentunias too well to expect the slightest shred of humanity on his part. When he grows tired of thy whining, he will send thee to David Jones' locker, and thou wilt be fortunate if he does not torture thee beforehand.
The man will at least allow me the last meal of my choice, won't he?
I wouldn't hold my breath. Years ago, a prisoner requested transalpine dragonfly entrails in a wild capsicum soufflé, and because his wishes could not be satisfied, he remains alive to this day. Henceforth, a basic meal has been established for plank walkers whose sole choice lies in the manner of ingestion. Because the meal consists of spicy swordfish, I recommend the oral method.
I'd wager he'll allow me a last wish before feeding me to the sharks, I do.
And which shall it be? I'm warning thee that I wish not to be thrown to the sharks or any similar act, and that the act performed unto me first be tested on the captain. Was abolished by the Tortuga Convention months ago.
Well, that junk sunk my strategy. Hook, line, and sinker. This subject matter is too macabre to discuss with a lady.
Speak for thyself.
What are you doing on board?
Upon mooring at Tortuga Island, where I spent my days learning English by reading old tales of overseas adventures, Malentunias held a contest to press gang one lucky new deckhand, and guess who won?
What type of contest?
It entailed 3 trials of skill: the sword fight of insults, the theft of sundry idols, and the most pressing of all, the search for treasure. The latter required finding a gold doubloon, which I found in the depths of a chocolatl receptacle. Damn the hour in which I spied that coin.
I've never heard of a girl deckhand.
Neither thou, nor I, nor Malentunias, wherefore I took part in the contest in the guise of a haughty lad. I wasn't found out till we reached the high seas, and my neck was spared by dumb luck.
May I ask how your womanhood came to be known on board, if it isn't too meddlesome?
It is, but I shall respond in a manner concordant with proper breeding. Malentunias, whose knowledge of numbers and letters resembles his familiarity with honor and gallantry, had the mind to look for a person to write down his memories, so he called for a scribe from among the crew. I alone claimed to know the alphabet, so he demanded I prove my claim.
So how did you save your skin when Malentunias discovered the ruse?
Malentunias touched his mustachio and yelled to his men, "Lady Luck has smiled down on us, ye I see's half-breeds. Do with her as you wish." The crew assembled around me with blood filling their eyes. Well, their eyes and other organs. So at the last moment, I whipped out a dagger from my boot and...
A bone-chilling tale of pseudo-biblical proportions, milady. But let us confer on other matters. I can't fathom how you managed to change your fate, for I see you moisten the quill and scribble in that book like a true scribe.
The problem, Monsieur Bruchon, was the lack of ink on board, and I refused to follow their suggested procedure, the one whereby drunkards are wont to write their names. Thou must know, it involves great imbibing of grog, and when the bladder's bursting is imminent, removing one's codpiece, aiming and...
Speak no further, milady. I already have a picture in my mind's eye. You put a high price on your honor, then.
An awful fate I avoided, monsieur. So I simply kneeled and carved my name onto the deck with my dagger. When Malantunes saw my swift quill move, he ordered me to his quarters. And thenceforward I have spent my days here, chained up writing the barbaric memoirs he spews about his life and times.
Are you aware of the dark legend told about Malantunes?
But of course, monsieur. Europe's palace and the New World's ports abound with fables of Malantunes' duel with the devil, about his beacon of Avernus, his invincibility, and even his sought for immortality.
Do you think Malantunes challenged the devil and won?
Such an occurrence is unlikely, monsieur. Nonetheless, his haughtiness and cruelty are so extreme that were he to happen upon Beelzebub himself, he could scarcely amount to less in evil and perversion. And so it is that he would send him back to the fires of hell with the blade of his Toledan sword.
Is there any truth to the rumors about his immortality?
A trifle, yes, but not much, because it is known that Malantunes has already reached his 60th fall, though his face seems to reveal no more than 40.
Is his invincibility such, or do you think he can be vanquished?
A difficult undertaking it would be, monsieur. 3 moons yore, in the environs of Margarita Island, a convoy of 12 armed galleons performed a surprise attack on the Orion. Now the 12 are now fodder for the krakens and tritons on the sea floor, while our vessel's sole injury was that of a novice blunderbuss shooter who suffered a self-inflicted wound.
Is there any truth to the tale of the hidden beacon?
More than thou thinkest, monsieur, judging by the care with which Malantunes treats it. Moreover, I myself have seen a lost battle turn to victory. Once the captain mounted the brilliant talisman in the boat's figurehead. I'm not the superstitious type, but 'tis true that the beacon holds some power beyond man's understanding.
What is the beacon's origin?
I do not know with an inquisitor's faith, monsieur. Malantunes claims he crossed the Styx, took on the seven-tailed dragon guarding Hell's gates, defeated the devil with his sword, and absconded with the beacon. But this damsel resists believing such nonsense. After listening to him for an eternity and comparing the contradictions in his memoirs, I have begun to suspect he pillaged it from an Indian graveyard he visited in the springtime of his life.
Where do you say the beacon of Avernus might be?
Were it not in this room, it is most likely in the treasure hold.
As for the remaining Malatunesian lore, let's leave the superstitions to the dim Spaniards and talk facts.
True, 'tis that dim-wittedness has found Spanish soil to be fertile, but no more than in your native England or my beloved France.
We'll carry on later, Lady Camille.
As thou wishest, Monsieur Brechon.
It looks like it was put there to wound any and all passers-by. Yes, the crosses on the handle of the dagger, I mean the letter opener, are curved toward the tip, so perhaps I can use them to pull out the nail. A shame I can't reach it, because it would really be conducive to my escape. Hark, Lady Camille, I doth throw a letter opener towards thee in the form of a dagger.
To what do I owe this honor, monsieur?
Allow me to request that you use the curved handle of the letter opener to release the nail sprouting from the beam behind thee, and then to be so kind as to toss the metal spike towards me straight away.
I fail to comprehend the purpose of such tomfoolery, but I shall appease thee. On me that letter opener.
Take care not to cause a scandal, or the pirate at the door may hear us.
Chance? Alrighty then. A soft blow means yes, a hard blow means no. Chance means maybe.
Can you?
I think it's coming loose.
So, Demon Dog, are you gonna let me in someday?
Done. Catch.
No, 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 no. Holy!
Where did it fall?
Next to thy leg.
Wait, are you sure? Yes. Damn.
Stupid cabinet.
Art thou hurt?
Yes, my head. Ow!
Ow? What does ow mean? We never discuss anything about ow.
Bloody nail. Ouch! I appear to have pricked my unmentionables, but it was worthwhile, because now the nail is mine.
I aver that thou art an easy man to make happy, monsieur.
Wait shortly, and you will know of what I am capable with a single nail. Yes, the nail is thin enough to press down the bolt, and I can strike it with the letter opener like a mallet. Let's hope the pirate at the door doesn't hear.
Sharp blow means yes. Chain noise means of course. And ow means with great pleasure, okay? Okay, that means yes. Is there any way you can let me in there?
Will be yard.
Well said. Perhaps you would like some sort of bribe. Aha! It's nice to know we can do some trading together.
Ow!
With great pleasure, eh?
By Jove, I've smashed my ankle.
I'm really quite pleased about your change in attitude. You wouldn't be lying to me now, would ya?
Free at last.
The Shens were... Huh? What do you mean, of course?
Make haste then, and set me free as well.
You think you can mock me and get away scot-free? You bloody son of a she-dog! I'm gonna stand by your door and rip your heart out when you exit, you hear me?
As I told you, my duty is to find the beacon of Avernus, return to the Interfector, and sink the Orion.
I am indebted to thee, so I shall help thee. I know that in the diaries which Malantunias has dictated to me, I shall find a clue leading us to the beacon. But we must get ready to flee in case we are found before we take its possession. A dinghy, perhaps?
Dinghy? Wait here. I knew it. Malantunias is your typical cowardly captain, with a dinghy tied up right below his cabin for a quick getaway in case things turn ugly. How different he is from me. I'd never keep one of those. Mark my words. Honest. I swear. On me paltry honor. Well, let's just go inside. Problem solved, milady. Now we need only worry about the hidden beacon of Avernus.
It will be a pleasure, monsieur. I shall immediately begin my reading of Malantunias' diary. In the meantime, thou must search hither and thither to see what can be found.
It is surely the captain's beloved pet.
How would you like to scrape the particles off?
Hello, parrot.
Feathered flea bag?
Hello, feathered flea bag. Where does Malantunias hide the hidden beacon of Avernus?
Go home, boozer.
Haven't we met before?
Throw overboard.
Want something to eat, nice birdie?
Brian, idiot.
I am really getting a craving for a dish of Peking parrot.
Chicken salad.
Take a hike, Flatbeak.
Fill me jug, wench.
Darn. Either this parrot's a moron, or he's pretending to be one.
Brian, idiot.
He's pretending. Yes, after being in the dungeon, I could do with some fresh air.
Ahoy, mangy pooch! Why is it we can't choose our own canine sobriquets?
Ammunition for the cannons.
The captain allowed it once, and he ended up with 20 pirates mired in a fight to be named Sea Dog. By the Queen of Spades, I'd be burning up. Pass me the grog.
So what if I go by Seawolf and it's Lou? I fancy Seawolf.
You had the good fortune to be called Lapdog, I'd say. By the Queen of Spades, there's no grog left.
The swindling shopkeeper who sold me it, he said the bottle was magic and the grog automatically refills. But it's empty, I say.
Your shopkeeper's not worth a shilling. There's no grog in here.
Maybe the spell takes a while to grab hold and fill the bottle. You got any more sunflower seeds, mate?
No, they'll make you thirsty. No grog, no sunflower seeds.
Smartly, mate. Drop the bottle. Someone's coming.
Good morning to ye, Rabbit Runt.
Arr, I hate mornings.
The windowsill is on the verge of falling off.
Just one seed?
It's
Even
held
if
up
just
by nothing
one?
but a nail.
By the King of
With my
Clubs,
bare
no.
hands, I doubt I could.
By the
If it
Jack
worked
of
with the nail in
Diamonds,
the
I'm
cabin,
starving.
it'll work here too.
Won't you give me some sunflower seeds?
The sunflower seeds are staying put till we got
I'm not
grog,
surprised the
or
nail
we'll
came
be
out so
consumed
easily.
by thirst.
The wood's been eaten up by termites. It's quite a fine pile of husks marinated in saliva. Yes, a thing like this wouldn't disgust a hardy pirate like me.
Me soul for the sip of the grog.
Shiver me timbers, 3 whole sunflower seeds.
Now, Raker.
Yes, my pretty, eat them up like a dodo. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malentunius is hiding the beacon.
A great Malentunius. Down to hell. Give me seeds! Sharks starboard. I mean, sharks at port. No, wait, starboard. Where are sharks out there? Left from Spain to the east set sail. Give me seeds! Empire of the rising sun. Give me seeds!
Lord Almighty, I don't have one left.
You're all mutt.
I don't know if the parrot's intentions were to reveal the location of the beacon of Avernus, but if I don't give him any more seeds, he won't cough up the information. I recall having seen a likeness of it in a sorceress's cave, but that story will have to wait another day. With pleasure. Blustering barnacles! It could have at least been full. Methinks there be a 7-tailed dragon tongue therein, the likes of which you see at exotic shops. I always got the willies from these rubbery appendages, but if I must, I could always use it to barter during my voyages. That isn't any old jug, it's a genuine Ming spittoon. That'd be quite amusing indeed. From the dull sound upon landing, it appears Malentunius hasn't cleaned it out for a spell. The blonde pirate is guarding me, but luckily he's looked the other way for a while. Yes, let's grab the bull by the horns and see what happens.
Avast! How to get free?
Me? Get free? What do you mean?
Weren't you shackled up, Swabby?
As far as I remember, no. And why would they post as despicable a pirate as you to watch me if they had shackles on me to do the job?
Aye, that makes sense indeed, but it don't matter. Been too long since I killed someone.
Malentunius said he wanted to kill me himself. So if you do it, he'll be mighty upset.
Down me bad luck, you win. Get back in the cabin, or I'll turn you into a circus attraction.
Aye, aye, if that's what you wish.
Shut your trap, mutt.
It's nice and stretchy, like all the fine products which share the Septicata Draconis Lingua brand name. By Jove, it's about time I found some use for that slimy appendage. Will it help me in any way? Let us proceed with the experiment. Oh! Ouch! That must have hurt. I shall recover the dragon's tongue, so nobody is alerted as to the origin of Russian mongrel's misfortune. You know, I'm glad to have that back. It hurts more than it weighs. I hope he doesn't wake back up. or I'll have to knock him out again. I bet Molentunia's bought it on sale. In those gaudy colors? At least if it were lavender. I could give it to Lady Camille, but it doesn't seem like a proper outfit for escaping on a rowboat. By Jove, I'm a pirate, not well, whatever it is that's worse than a pirate. There must be something if you ask me. The truth is, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on his lean body. How vile! There's water inside, and what's worse is that it's clean! What are those odd marks around the doorknob? Alright, what are those odd marks around the doorknob? What in the seven seas is this deadly device? Holy Toledo! It was only inches from slicing me belly open! That's it. As our elders used to say, brains are better than brawn. I hope to have done away with that little sword problem. I'll close the door behind me so nobody comes in. So this was the feared demon dog. His size adapts better to me pocket than Russian mongrels, so I think I'll take him captive. I'd love to take possession of his sword, but lumbago is a serious malady. I hereby bestow upon you the right to remain silent as long as I wish, at risk of receiving another blow to the noggin should you open one eye. Holy treasure trove! There's more gold here than in my Uncle Albert's wisdom teeth. My reputation as a pirate isn't grand enough to rob another pirate's treasure, but... I can't squander the opportunity to grab that nice little antique over there and run. It's the Great Dosiqua, ranked number 1 in the last issue of World's Top 10 Idols. What if he answers? Okay, but be very careful.
Whoever you are, I'm telling you to wait your turn behind the white line for devil's sake. Wait! You're the prisoner!
Congratulate me then, matey.
Ah, you've escaped?
You're the one who shackled me up. Did you think an Englishman like me wouldn't be able to break free?
You're right, by devil. What happened then?
The captain released me and made me a crew member.
Me most swashbuckling congratulations, mate. So what sort of dog are you now?
What?
You know, matey, what canine nickname has our captain decided to christen you with?
All bark and no bite.
Nice choice, by devil. By the way, mine is Husky Hound. What can I help you with? All bark and no bite?
Why are you standing there?
I'm doing me regular duty on the Orion, spitting out certificates to whoever needs one, guarding the dungeon entrance, and giving out the daily ration of grog to all the half-breed dogs on this crew.
What types of certificates do you issue?
No, I don't issue anything, thank me lucky stars. What I do is fill them out, spit them, and seal them. There's all kinds. The minimal hygiene certificate, the one for swine-like traders, the frustrated house husband's merit badge, official certification for eye patches, hooks and peg legs, but most importantly of all, the certificate for pirates of low moral standing.
Is the grog ration?
Of course, by devil! Didn't they teach you don't drink and navigate at pirate school? Therefore, every member of the crew is entitled to 1 bottle and just 1 bottle per day of fine grog.
Serve me up a frosty mug of grog.
By devil, bring me a bottle and I'll fill her up for you. But first, would you be so kind as to display your certificate for pirates of low moral standing?
You'll simply have to trust me word, because I appear to have left it at home.
Matey, you know we pirates don't trust anyone's word.
I would like one certificate for pirates of low moral standing, if that isn't a problem.
Then bring me a form, and it'll be a pleasure for me to fill it out for you, spit it, and seal it. First, you have to pass 3 tests. But that should cause no problem to your despicable excellency. First of all, a pirate worthy of his name must never show any sign of compassion. So you must commit one act of extreme cruelty. Secondly, a pirate respects no private property other than his own, for which purpose you must bring me certifiable proof of plundering and pillaging. Thirdly, any pirate with self-respect has to know about the great masters of piracy. So I'll be giving you a little quiz on the history of classical ruffianism.
What sort of acts do you consider to be of extreme cruelty?
Well, most involve causing violent damage to someone, dicing them and then pounding their skull. The usual. But in your case, since we can't be losing any members of the crew right now, or our prisoner, Fifi Foxhound, you'll have to come up with something else.
Just what does the plundering and pillaging test consist of?
Oh, you need only bring me a booty. Nothing big. A small nugget of gold would suffice. However, be advised not to take it from the treasure hold in our ship, or Demon Dog will tear out your vital organs with his fangs. Haven't you seen the skinny guy swinging around outside the captain's cabin? Guess where he tried to enter?
Who exactly is Demon Dog?
He's the most heinous member of our crew. A long-tailed, dirty-clawed devil that only Captain Malantuñez dare approach.
Dangerous in what sense?
More dangerous than the stammering poet of Hispaniola. More than the hiccuping barber of Veracruz. And even more than the anti-grog league of Gringa Santa Island.
That Demon Dog is more frightening than a visit by the Grim Reaper.
We can change the topic if you wish.
Give me a pint of grog.
By devil, bring me a bottle, and I'll fill her up for you.
What can you tell me about the hidden beacon of Avernus?
Whatever you like, given that I'm a renowned expert on the topic. Did you know I recently gave a conference at the Symposium for Piracy and Evil Arts at Tortuga University?
How is it you became so knowledgeable about the topic?
Due to me memory and fine reasoning skills, Captain Malantuñez soon comprehended that I was the intellectual soul of the Orion. So he sat down and explained everything he knows about the beacon to me, to pass on the knowledge.
Is it true that the beacon shines during battles?
True it is, when the captain places it on the figurehead right before entering combat. Its blazing red light shines like 1,000 infernos, causing bedazzlement and terror in the hearts of our unfortunate foes.
When one mentions the hidden beacon of Avernus, what is one really talking about?
The beacon is a stone originating from the very fires of hell, and Satan used it in the days of yore as a beacon for all the vessels in the infernal fleet of the underworld sailing the mortal seas, indicating the bearing towards all good that could be turned into evil.
Where is the beacon hidden?
Now there you've got me stumped. Such information is secret and useless too, for only Captain Malantuñez can touch it. Any other who, by venture or undue rummaging, might discover its location would have both fingers and hands burned to a crisp upon touching it, and then would be chased by hell-bent hordes till the end of all time, which is quite a long while, I hear.
Isn't the devil upset by the fact that Malantuñez has it now?
Quite the opposite, matey. Though it's true Captain Malantuñez swiped it most fiendishly, the Prince of Darkness is charmed with the outcome. For the Orion's recent performance in pillaging and evil has surpassed the forecasted amount for the infernal fleet of the underworld in a whole fiscal century. What Mr. Mephistopheles is a bit worried over is that Captain Malantuñez disemboweled his beloved seven-tailed dragon and had the gall to cut out its tongue.
I think I know enough about the beacon now, Husky Hound.
Do my tales horrify you? 1,000 wretched pardons, matey.
Chatting with ye has been a smashin' pleasure, Husky Hound.
Likewise, all bark and no bite.
Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
Sink me! If that isn't certifiable proof of level 3 plundering and pillaging, then I miss Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Come to think of it, by knocking out Demon Dog, I've committed an act of cruelty. Unfortunately, it doesn't strictly fit the definition established under the Tortuga Convention. Let's read the sign. Deposit useless junk here. I don't know why, but I don't think there's anything useful in here. Napkins, silverware, clean clothes, stuffed dodo, a pirate's brain, a travel sewing kit. Look, a rubber chicken on a pole. But darn, it's missing the batteries. 24.5 gigahertz Pentorium 7 processor. Cotton swabs to clean the ears. A Trantorian spaceship. By Jove, it's a wedge of cheese. A pine-scented nautical air freshener. A watch fork. Nothing interesting here. Aye. Let's see what's inside. Not a thing. All those finely labeled drawers and slots, and there's nothing but certificates, deeds, and parchments of miscellaneous utility. Certificates of... Aye, I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing. I'd better not. The water might wake him. Though, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy. If my memory doesn't fail me... Here it is! Maybe the time has come for that bar of soap to help me demonstrate the truth of certain unproven legends in the world of chemistry. I've heard odd tales about what transpires when adding this malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude. Oh, wonder of wonders! Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water, as if it were rabid. I must christen me creation with a name. Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that. Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy, but I do enjoy experiments. Let's try. Keep quiet, you whippersnapper, or I'll swab the deck with you. Unbelievable! The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though he's awake, he's no threat to me anymore. Everyone knows a pirate loses strength if he loses his filth. It's like scalping the dreadlocks off a Barbary pirate. Look here, Husky Hound.
Sink me! What have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil. Demon Dog, he'll never lift his head from the shame. How could you commit such an evil deed? Are you that ruthless? That cruel? I thought you were more honorable. Congratulations, you've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
Say, husky hound.
What can I help you with? All bark and no bite?
I'd like to take the test in history of classical ruffianism.
Let us begin then. Question 1. Who was the ship's cook in the famous crew of the ill-fated Captain Flint?
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain Swallow escape from the island where Captain Barbossa abandoned him for the first time?
By inventing turtle surfing, as everyone knows.
Quite inventive indeed. And to think, some people dare say he was rescued by a boat of rum traffickers completely by chance. Anyway, you must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates Henry Wobblins, Diego El Cojuelo, Jean-David Leclope, and João de Passoromo did not possess their own ships. So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later. Because it was early in the morning, they had 8.5 days to get back to the port. The problem was that during the ruffianesque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg and the other leaning upon him. Afterward, one of the 2 would return to Lentil Cove using the wooden leg, then forming a new pair to return to the port, and so on until all 4 could reach the boat's point of arrival. The order they chose was to be of the utmost importance, because some were faster than others. Henry Wobblin stuck a pebble into his boot, because the pain in his sole would increase his speed. And therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the port in just 1/2 of a day. Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of him, he could still reach the port in 1 day. Jean-David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore he would take 2.5 days to make the same journey. João de Passoromo was the world record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance to the port, because after a violent bout of hunger, he'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you. Henry Wobblins took half a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean-David Leclope 2.5, and João de Passoromo 5. They only had 1 wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call at port 8.5 days later, and every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the 2 to get to the port. In that case, which 2 pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Wobblins.
All told, that makes a total of 1.5 days. Don't get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
João de Passoromo and Jean-David Leclope.
All told, that makes a total of 6.5 days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7.5 days. since at that time the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo, who only needed 1 day to reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove. Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical ruffianism.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
And by me faith, ye passed with flying colors. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
There you have it, Husky Hound.
Let's see. You've passed all 3 challenges. The form looks official. Aye, aye. What's your real name?
Brushian Boskov, captain of the just Brushian Boskov, that's all.
The last name starts with B-H.
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O-U-G-H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go.
Hoist the jib!
Because I am your captain.
Your certificate properly filled in, spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
Because you're captain I am.
That's quite a work of art indeed. Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Of course I remember spitting the certificate for you. But don't be asking for more till tomorrow.
I'll get by with this, thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
Aye aye! Now that I possess me swashbuckler new certificate for pirates of low moral standing, I have the guts to do that and more. Let's see what to take. This thing here. Ooh, this too? Not that. Well, okay. This? That over there. Well, I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind. Now you may inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to walk with less weight in me trousers. I can't figure out what it is. I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure. Why, certainly. If I grab it, maybe I can see what it is. By Jove, it's a funnel. Not very worthy as a piece of treasure, but I could use it as a megaphone for speaking to the crew of the Interfector.
no, I won't be giving you sunflower seeds, because an empty bottle means no grog.
Well, it may be despicable magic.
Okay.
It'll fill up. By the jack of diamonds, I'm starving. Won't you give me some sunflower
I hope it
seeds?
holds.
The sunflower seeds are staying put till we got grog.
I don't want to give
or
me
we'll be
grog to a
consumed by
foe,
thirst.
but it may get me a couple of sunflower seeds. Yes, I'll scamper up the windowsill, place the funnel into the bottle, and fill it with grog in a snap.
Just one seed? Even if it's just one? Listen, Mangy Pooch, ye be right. That magic bottle was a hoax.
Only now ye be realizing it? I the king of clubs, no!
By Jove, I have to do something or they'll never pull that bottle up.
You'll learn someday, lapdog.
Hey! Abracadabra!
By the ace of clubs! That sounded like magic!
You'll never learn.
Look!
By the deuce of spades!
What did I say? Start serving the sunflower seeds.
Seeing is believing.
Live and learn, Mangy Pooch.
I believe you, lapdog. I believe you.
Let's see if there's any luck this time. Good fishing. 5 sunflower seeds. Let's hope he loosens his tongue as required. Here, parrot, a sunflower seed. Now, reveal to me where your master Malantunius is hiding the beacon.
Give me seeds! Left from Spain to the east set sail. Give me seeds! The fire of the rising sun. Give me seeds! Then travel west to Newfoundland. Give me seeds! Then veered east to entry of hell in Weak Isle. And after getting hidden beacon of Avernus, emerged in hindquarters of the world. Ian, give me seeds!
Done? Well, there's no more seeds. I don't know what to make of his muttering, but I'd wager it's a riddle or some sort of cipher. It's one of the latest models sold in Europe's marketplaces. There seem to be fewer dragons and more land than on last year's edition. Every seafarer knows the Earth doesn't really spin. It's the sun that goes flying round it. I can play with this one as I please, though. Holy hempen halter! The orbs are spinning!
The Intervector is attacking!
At last!
We're under fire! Everyone in position!
I, the great Brescian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have achieved... Holy Toledo! It's ablaze!
Give me your sword, you filthy dog.
Uh-oh.
What in the world? Stop, you traitor! What have you done with the beacon, you English cur?
Tossed it into the tempestuous waters I have.
Tossed into the sea? You'll pay for this.
And you can consider yourself dead, because I, the great Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have managed to put a stop to your unstoppably
Bruchon!
By Satan's horns, get away from me.
Was it me you wanted?
Are you okay, monsieur?
Milady, never in my life have I felt so pleasantly unburdened, as though a huge weight were taken off my shoulders.
Oh, mon Dieu! Bruchon! Bruchon! Brian! Brian!
Wake up, Brian.
Good day, milady.
You're alive!
Is that not normal?
Considering you fainted inside the galleon and Camille had to pull you up to the surface, it's almost a miracle.
Camille?
Aha! When you went into the stateroom, some furniture fell on you and blocked the entrance. Luckily, I made it in through a side window and got you out.
Gee, thanks a lot, Camille. I owe you one. What about the Trantonite?
I couldn't look for it while you were drowning. I hardly had enough time to push a huge vase off you and rush out.
A vase?
Yes, it looked Chinese or something.
Wait a minute. The Trantonite! Sushi, I'm going down to the galleon.
But
Attention, everyone!
What is that?
I said shut up! Thanks to my 4-digit IQ and this amazing contraption which I myself have invented, I can accurately pinpoint the Trantonite's coordinates out of everywhere in the whole universe. You never guess in 1,000,000,000 years what it's...
Right underneath us?
Ah! No fair mind reading! Anyway, it's hidden in an unimaginable spot that only a genius like myself could...
In a Ming spittoon?
Ah! Boy, has this kid learned some major telepathy thanks to me. Boggles the mind, huh?